Hey everyone, it's me Knute here, and today I'm going to be going over Facebook advertising and why you should be running Facebook ads for your business or service or anything that you are basically promoting online. You should really be using Facebook ads. And I'm going to go into this video and talk about from my personal experience why Facebook advertising is so important. And I'm sure there's a lot of different videos and tips and personal experiences out there on Reddit and whatnot. But I'm just going to go through a little bit about my story and just kind of why Facebook advertising really is so powerful and such an outlet to the modern business or even old school business, and really is like a power up to anything out there that's existing or is trying to make its place in the market. So guys, this is going to be a little bit of an open-end video, but with that being said, I'm going to jump into it. But before I do, please leave a thumbs up on this video, guys. I'm going to be producing a lot more content and a lot more videos, so please like this video and subscribe for more. That tells me you guys like this and you want to see more from me, so I appreciate that. Okay, with that being said, I am going to jump into it. So guys, about a year and a half ago, me and my wife started a dropshipping store. And if you guys don't know what dropshipping is, basically you are sending an order on behalf of somebody else. And it actually works really well. It's a good model. And some people have their personal experiences on it being good or bad. And that's not really the point of the video today. But guys, it was just something that we were interested in doing and trying out with one of our passions. And so what ended up happening is we started a store and it did really well. And because of that, we tried using Facebook ads for a while, and honestly it wasn't going very well. We had mixed results, and on the organic side it was doing pretty good, like I said, but on the Facebook ad side, guys, I was struggling. I was like, how do people do this? How people make Facebook ads are a scam, they're rubbish, they're not good, stuff like that. And guys, I could see that sentiment with other people as well, because I was always trying to figure out why Facebook ads weren't working, and I always saw other people saying the same thing. But I guess at a certain point, I got enough experience to really basically figure out what was right and wrong. Something clicked in my head, and I started to kind of look at Facebook ads differently, and not just having that kind of immature personality when it comes to running Facebook ads. And there's a saying that if you treat Facebook ads, or any ads platform for that matter, if you treat it like a casino, it will have casino results. So you might win some here and there, and you might lose some here and there, but generally it's going to be really good for your business if you approach it in the right way. It's probably the same thing in the stock market. You know, if you just throw money, doing 0-day options or anything like that, there's a good chance you're going to lose some money. But if you end up, strategically working towards winning and playing the odds well, then there's going to be very good results for you. So it's the same thing with Facebook advertising, guys. And if you take this very methodically and do it well and approach it the right way, it can be the biggest asset for your business. So let me go into my business, for example. From November 2019 to about December of 2020, so just a few months ago, we had netted almost $1 million in sales. I believe a little bit over than that, actually. So that was very just eye-opening to me, I guess. And a lot of that wasn't even promoted the whole time through Facebook advertising, or like I said, I was kind of doing spotty advertising here and there. So once I really started figuring out how to go with it, I was making anywhere between 120 to 150,000, even 175,000, I believe, a month on Facebook, pretty much just as Facebook ads as our primary source of traffic. So that being said, guys, it is really the best advertising platform out there in terms of scaling opportunity. And I know some others have really good success with YouTube and Snapchat and all sorts of different ones. They all have their different specialties, so I'm not trying to bash them, but for quick sales and creating a good brand, Facebook advertising, which also encompasses Instagram advertising, is probably one of the best basically ads platforms that you can establish yourself on. Now, there's definitely a whole lot of mistakes you can make along the way. So I'm not saying it's going to be easy. And that's why I actually have that's why my career is as a media buyer, is to help my clients maintain profit and basically build their profit more and more with using Facebook advertising. So I manage anywhere from 50 to 75,000 on ads per month for all my clients, or even more, and it just depends on how much you guys are doing it the right way and how much you're doing it the wrong way. Because if I was doing it the wrong way, I would definitely not have this job. So I have to kind of go by saying that. No, it's definitely a platform that you need to be careful with. So guys, that's a little bit about my story, and I just want to say that if you are an e-commerce brand out there, or if you're a local business, that you really need to be on Facebook advertising. And the reason for that is because you have a whole opportunity here to really scale. And we didn't have that 10 years ago. We didn't even, Facebook ads 5 years ago is definitely not the same it was now. So that's a big thing. Excuse me. But as far as the reason I'm saying that stressing that it's an opportunity is because I don't feel like a lot of people know this. Sometimes people have a page on Facebook and see the boost and they're like, okay. No, when I'm talking about Facebook ads, I'm talking about what you see in front of the screen and really doing it methodically. And if you haven't watched any of my videos, I really encourage you to watch some of those, because I do go over some of the strategies that I use that really does well for my clients in my past experience as well. And so yeah, guys, I just think that Facebook advertising is really one of the most scalable for most businesses out there. And I can't, like, you have a competitive edge essentially on all of the other competition, like all of the different businesses out there. So it's really important that you are able to establish yourself on Facebook, establish yourself on Instagram, and actually showcase your brand out there and lean into the Facebook algorithm. Now, when I say the Facebook algorithm, what is that? You might hear it a lot of times, but what are they talking about when they say the Facebook algorithm? So I'm sure you guys know what algorithm means, but the Facebook algorithm really, Facebook is super duper smart at figuring out, and I don't know how they do it. I mean, maybe there's some spies going on or something, so there's definitely some controversy there. But as far as Facebook goes, they are definitely super duper smart at finding out your audience, exactly how it is, and the people that you need to get to before they're even affiliated with that interest. So let's take lookalikes, for example. So I use lookalike a ton with my business, and I'll probably sometime make a video about how to scale up to $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 per day in ad spend. But for now, I'm going to be talking about, all right, so how do you Facebook algorithm, why to use that? So with lookalike audiences, it's really important that you use Facebook's algorithm here with lookalike audiences, because that's really who they're going to target. So with a lookalike audience, you have 1% of people, let's say, who purchased your audience, or that purchased your item or something like that, or made an order on your site, or submitted a lead form or something like that. So there's a whole lot of different actions you can target and create a lookalike for, but it's just really important. The reason being is because if you create a lookalike on this audience, you'll essentially be able to retarget all those people who may be interested in them. I say retarget there, but really it's just prospecting them. Facebook knows who those people are. Like I said, who knows what their tactics are, but they know those people's interests before they even really affiliated with it. So let's say you're a dog brand, like a pet store or something like that, like you sell dog collars, and you might be targeting interests like dog collars, tennis balls, all that sort of stuff. So maybe there's interest there, and there's definitely people in those interests that you can target, but you're also going to be bidding against other people who are looking at, other pet products, brands, and stuff like that. So when you bring in a lookalike audience into the mix, which is something that Facebook has the power to do, you can create a 1, 2, you can go all the way up to 5%. It gets broader as you could go. But basically you can bring in that lookalike audience, which is the superpower of Facebook ads, in my opinion, because now you can do a 1%, which can be millions of people or hundreds of thousands who have purchased your item. 1% who have purchased your item. So essentially that 1% who are most closely related to people who have already purchased your item in all of Facebook, that's really powerful because you really will know, okay, this is who I target, and this is who Facebook's going to target on my behalf, and I don't even have to do anything. So you just have to give it money and pay the bills. So that's really smart way to utilize Facebook ads, and that's why it's really scalable. So I always recommend utilizing lookalike audiences, and it definitely is one of the perks to Facebook advertising. And honestly, just from my personal experience and other people's experience, we've just seen really good results on return on investment. So again, I'll draw parallels a little bit to the stock market or anything like that, but the Facebook advertising, basically creating a brand and focusing your energy into creating a brand or something like that, and a store or anything you want, and then being able to essentially run traffic to it utilizing Facebook ads is one of the biggest perks you can do, in my opinion. It's so cool. And the reason for that is your return on investment is probably, if you do ads right, it could be 2, 3, 4, even like 10 times as much as you're making and putting into ads and your profit margins or your costs. So basically, guys, I just have to say that it's a really good return on investment most of the time. That being said, don't just throw money at the wall with Facebook ads, because I see a lot of people do that, and unfortunately those ad accounts never end well, and people don't end using Facebook very well. They're like, oh, Facebook ads don't work anymore, iOS 14, blah blah blah, and so there's definitely those people. So I just have to advise about that, guys. So just be smart with Facebook ads, and they're going to be a really good use to you. All right, guys, but that wraps this video up. I'm sorry it was a little bit longer video, but I definitely appreciate you watching up until this point. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I really do enjoy it. And I hope to see you next time on my channel. All right, have a good one, guys.